Good morning, everybody. Hello, I'm Clarice. Hi from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Another week, more energy. Has anything changed? Let's see. Chickens at the door. That's not changed. Not really wanting to go out just yet. Otherwise, you'd be closer. Just having a wash first. So I'm going to do some channeling this morning for Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. See what's going on with the twin flames. I'll also be giving mini reads as well. So if you're on here live with me, check out the pinned comment that's pinned up top of the live chat. That tells you how to get a mini read. It's by donation. There's a PayPal link in that comment for your donations. You can also use Super Chat or Super Sticker here on YouTube if you want to. After you've done your donation, put a capital Q at the start of your comment that's got your question in for your reading. Now, your question can be very specific if you want. It can be a yes or no answer question. Remember, I'll always pull the cards out as well if it's a yes or no answer question. Or it can be quite expansive, like higher self guidance or guidance on a particular relationship. So totally up to you what you want to ask about. Hey Deborah, hey Maria. How was everyone's weekend? Was it good? I haven't had a hot flash for about 36 hours. Last night I slept through. It took me a long time to get to sleep, but I slept through the first time in weeks. In weeks. And granted, I only got about 6.5 hours sleep, but it was uninterrupted sleep, and that is good news. So I had been taking evening primrose oil for maybe about 5 or 6 days, but then my Swiss formula menopause support or something it's called, menopause relief or something like that, with black cohosh came in, and since I took that on Saturday evening, no hot flashes since. And I've only been having half a dose as well. Just been having one in the evening before I go to bed. Ah, so happy. Hi, Sue. So, hopefully that continues. Right, so my weekend was kind of relaxed. My blood pressure's still high, so I did a lot of meditating, a lot of taking care of myself, foot massages, just I went for a long walk yesterday morning to a beach. It's very slippery because it poured down with rain in the night, and it's very slippery because people haven't been walking that path, for during COVID. I don't know. Part of it's broken, and there's a bit long path that kind of goes around a lot of the island, but it's just bushwalking, and it kind of felt like walking in the woods as well because it was damp and stuff rather than walking in the jungle when it's steaming hot. So that was nice. I might do long morning walks like that instead of just walking on the beach. Doing a jungle walk through the island somewhere. It was nice. I enjoyed it. So, what did you guys do the weekend? Did you have a good one? Tell me all. Didn't go out, and I've not had any coffee since last Tuesday either. No alcohol, no coffee, just sorting my blood pressure out first. That's me. That's what's going on with me. Let's get some cards out, see what's going on with Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, if anything. Has anything changed? Has anything changed with you guys? Let me know. What's going on, guys, with Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine? Michelle, thanks for your donation. Hey, Simran. I'm doing those mini reads soon. If anyone else wants one, get a donation in. Michelle got hers in before the show even started. That was ages ago, in fact. 40 minutes ago. Good job, Michelle. You slept the whole weekend. Oh, nice. Uh-oh. We've got the Empress. I say uh-oh. I mean, the Empress is a great card, but ooh, she ugly. She ugly. She's the chip lady from the fish and chip shop. Oh, okay. So the Empress. We're talking about Divine Feminine first. Good. What about her? What about the Divine Feminine? The Empress is the energy of knowing what you're worth. No communication yet. Signs are looking good. The Five of Potions, yeah, she is a bit like this. Well, this one is anyway. Damn. Five of Potions is disappointment. It's... What fresh hell is this? It's disappointment. It's disappointment in the divine masculine. It's not being very divine at the moment. It's acting more like a dog, quite frankly. The side of the street. Barking like the dogs. Yeah, so she's disappointed right now. Disappointed in what? Behavior, the divine masculine. Let's just call him masculine right now because there's nothing divine about that. She's disappointed because he's not in the divine masculine yet. He's not stepped up. He's not raised his game. Apparently the cards keep on telling us, these message cards, divine masculine is saying, you make me want to be a better person. Hey, well, do it. Do it. Do it, divine masculines. Be a better person. So, divine feminine is a bit disappointed at the moment, perhaps because of lack of communication, or perhaps because of behavior, or perhaps both. Tell us more. But yeah, the Empress, she knows what she deserves and she waits for that, right? Not a particular person, a particular behavior, a particular level. She waits for someone to come in that's like that. Then we've got the Four of Presents, holding her energy back, right? Waiting for it, holding her energy back, the Four of Presents. Yeah, he is. Not impressed. Not impressed. It was his birthday on Saturday. Then we've got the Wheel of Fortune, but things are changing, huh? Movement is happening. Yeah, I'm not impressed with mine at the moment. The Wheel of Fortune. It's like the wheel turns and luck comes in your favor, but it's not luck. It's not luck. It's there's behavior, and it's behavior. It's communication. It's stepping up to the plate. Okay, give us more. Excuse me. Give us more. Give us more. The moon. In emotions. In emotions. The moon is secrets too. Somebody there on the cliff edge. Communicating out to the ocean, communicating out to the hills, communicating out to anyone but the divine feminine. Right, the divine feminine is going to receive the communication. There's a lot of feeling in that. Can you see the body language there? It's like someone bent over backwards, speaking from the heart. But they're not doing it direct to the divine feminine. It's a secret. They're calling it out to the mountains, to the sea, whatever. But there's a lot of feeling there. I didn't let her out, did I? I'm confused about the cat. What's going on with my throat? It was fine. Because I was just thinking, oh, I haven't had that throat thing in the mornings for a while. Maybe it's the not having coffee. And now it's doing it again. Maybe it's this show. It doesn't happen any other time. Oh. The Six of Candles. Someone wants to win. Someone wants a victory. Well, I guess both do. Who doesn't, right? But Ace of Potions. Falling in love. It's a love offer. It's a desire for this love to not just happen, but be successful. That butterfly is coming out as well. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for your donation. There's a butterfly coming out of that potion bottle as well. So transformation, There's a desire for change here, for change behavior, for this to change, for, yeah. I think this is why the Wheel of Fortune is in the middle there. Something's got to change, right? There's got to be change here, because more of the same is just ridiculous. And quite frankly, I'm getting over it. Give us one more. Where is this leading? So this has got a feeling of like, perhaps both of them reaching the end of the road, the end of the tether, like, this has got to change, or this is just, it's just stupid. Hey, Barbara. Tell us more. The Knight of Candles. Kind of came up with a 3 of Candles. Let's wait for it. Oops. Threw himself on the floor. It's passionate. It's coming forward with passion. Excuse me. Coming forward with passion, like, waiting for divine timing. There's not a good energy about this. You know, the Knight of Wands, it can be a player, but it's coming forward with just the passion. There's a desire for winning in love here, not just the passion thing. So while emotions are running high, it's probably not the best time to come in. 3 of Wands is waiting for it. Waiting to take action because the energy isn't the best right now in the Divine Masculine is what I'm getting. Or in the Divine Feminine either. Okay. Anyone want a mini read? I've already got one from Michelle. Get those donations in and I'll do them after this next row. So we've got the 8 of Pentacles. Someone's busy working, both busy working, pouring time into work. 8 of Pentacles is about reaping rewards from work as well. So it's when it's coming good. 7 of Pentacles is the investing your time and efforts in. And the 8 of Pentacles is when it starts coming back, you know. You start getting good stuff back from it. So tell us why this has come out. The Queen of Swords. Well, this is cold-hearted, Divine Feminine going, you know, things aren't changing. I'm going to get on with my work. She draws up boundaries. It's a detachment from her heart. She's like, I can't invest my heart in this. I'll invest my time and my energy into my work instead because there's nothing I can do to change this. It's up to the Divine Masculine to change this. What else? Marriage. Which is reminiscing on what? On marriage? Let's not do that. Someone popped into my head last night. I've not thought about him for a very long time. My ex-boyfriend, he was my first boyfriend after I'd left my husband. Gennaro, his name was. Sicilian chef. Gorgeous guy. But he broke up with me when I was going to Africa because he didn't want to wait for me coming back. And he popped into my head. I haven't thought about him in a very long time. That could be what's happening here. 6 of Cups is about reminiscing. It's about looking back. 4 of Wands is about marriage. It's about solid foundations. You know, I think back to him and I think, yeah, I actually chose really well with him. A good guy. He was young, but I was 30, he was 22. He was young. I mean, that's not a big age difference, is it? But it is when you're that age. When you're 30, you're very different than when you're 22. Anyway, reminiscing on stuff. Hi, Kathleen. Looking back. Could be some healing going on at the moment as well with past relationships there. Past commitments. For the Divine Feminine. Queen of Wands. She wants to take action. She's deciding what she wants. Something about reminiscing on past relationships and deciding what she wants. A lot of feminine energy here. Not a lot of masculine energy. The masculine energy is crying out to the wind. this reading, this energy today is dominated by, it's brought to you by the Empress, by the Divine Feminine. The Divine Masculine is hiding his energy, he's ashamed. He doesn't want to come out. Got a little bit there. And a little bit here. But he doesn't want to come out. Four of Pentacles holding the energy back. Like, petty like that. Like, I'm not coming forward. Both of them, both like withdrawing their energy from each other right now. Oh, I want to delve into this shame a little bit more because I just picked up on that. Ashamed. Oh, hello. What you? Seven of Cups. Confusion of choices. What to do. What to do. Repaired my nails yesterday. It's kind of cool having gel stuff here so that I can repair. Lasts so much longer. I can repair these four, the ends. You know when they get chipped and stuff. Mine get, it's these two fingers. These ones get chipped at the end. These ones get chipped at the edges of my thumbs. But I can repair it because I've got the stuff here and I know how to do it. Someone's confused with choices that they've got. What choice do I have? What choice do I have? Well, we always have choice. What choice do I have? The Hanged Man. I don't know. Keep on changing in mind. Someone isn't connecting in with spirit here. Because if you're connecting with spirit, you know what to do. I meditated yesterday morning. Because I was reading, no I wasn't. I was listening to a podcast about stress, emotions, stress, and all of that, and how to deal with stress in the moment from a doctor, so like a biological thing. So things like in the instant that stress is happening, so short-term stress, in that moment you can do certain breathing techniques, not about calming you down, but certain breathing techniques to calm your to tap into the parasympathetic system. So things like breathing in for 5 and then holding your breath and then bearing down, pushing down. It pushes on the vagal nerve. The diaphragm pushes on the vagal nerve at the bottom, and you hold it for 5 seconds and then breathe out slowly through the mouth. Do that a couple of times. When I do that, it then takes me into a yawn, and a yawn is another way of tapping into that parasympathetic system. This is a doctor who's done research on this, of how to quickly relieve stress. That's in the moment, right? I'm in chronic stress at the moment, and it's hard for me because I've lived with chronic stress all my life, which is not a good thing. Very damaging to the body, the heart. I'm kind of used to it, and I kind of don't know what it feels like not having that. But he was talking about chronic stress and how it's important to have community around you, yeah. But there's something about softening your eyes. Now, it's something that I always used to do. Meditate with my eyes open, gazing at something and softening the focus. I know that is my favorite way of meditating. And he was explaining why. Because the eyes, in fact, the whole of the face is connected with the vagus nerve and the emotional system. That's why it's our faces that express most of our emotions rather than the rest of our body. You know, our shoulders don't scrunch up like this, our face does. So I'm listening to all of this information. It's like, yeah, I need to meditate. I need to do that soft focus meditation for more than just meditation's sake, for this chronic stress that I'm in right now, and often am in without really noticing it, that sends my blood pressure up. So I did that. I bought some Tibetan monk chants on iTunes and was meditating to that. Really does me good. I did a little bit about 10 minutes before I started here as well, looking at this crystal ball. Does everyone else do that? I hadn't realized that it was so, you know, connected with the vagus nerve anyway. Been stretching my neck as well because the vagus nerve gets trapped. And I know that sometimes the stuff that I do with weights and stuff, it constricts the vagus nerve. Just moving the eyes to the side too, as far as you can. Sometimes with a stretch and then moving your eyes to the side, that can really stretch it out and free it up. Is that uncomfortable for you? It is for me. If you tilt your head one way and then put your eyes to the other way, as far as like you're straining them to go as far around as you can make me feel dizzy. That's because my vagus nerve is constricted or tight or stressed or whatever it is. Anyway, so I've been doing a lot of that this weekend, trying to see it makes me dizzy. But it's good. Stretching and then moving your eyes around. Vagus nerves. You can do this stuff as well, around your ears. Massaging there and tapping in the ears too. Anyway, enough of that. I want to know about this shame. What's going on here? Mini reads first. Yes, Deborah. Thanks for your donation. Michelle first. An update with message cards. Yes. You made it, Michelle. Okay, where's Michelle's at? Michelle's person. What's up with the connection right now? What's going on with Michelle? Oh, thinking about coming to see you. Different place. Michelle, are they in a different location? Thinking about coming to see you. Or making arrangements to come and see you. Detachment and validate your choices. Something about them needing to be independent and make choices themselves, by themselves, without anyone else's validation first, before they want to come and see you. To tell you rather than ask you. They want to kind of stand in their own power and their own independence at the moment. But yeah, there is movement towards you. They're coming. They're coming. Let's get message cards out. He lives next door. Wow. Travel and connection then. Yeah, wants to be independent. Let's get a message card out. Reminiscing at the moment. Please forgive me. I'm working up the courage to contact you. There's definite wanting to connect with you going on here for sure. But there's also this very strong urge for autonomy and independence. They want that. I don't know if they still rely on you a lot or something like that, or for you to make the decisions or whatever, and would hold back voicing their decisions, kind of deferring to you. But they don't want to do that anymore. Destined connection. It's going to happen soon. It's going to happen sooner or later. So yeah, there is movement towards you, but there's a reluctance too because of this. I need to be independent. I need to start making decisions for myself and telling people rather than not telling people and then them telling me what I should do and me never voicing what I'm going to do. And because I'm getting this pattern, right, that what he's done in the past is not been sure of his own decisions. And so instead of like saying what his options are or what he wants to do, he's just kind of talked around the subject like, oh, I'm not sure what to do with this. And then people give their opinion and it's not the choices that he's had in his mind. And then he's taking it personally instead of deciding himself and then speaking out. And I think he's realized that. So there's a definite quietness. It's held back before. Morning, Sarah. How interesting. Well, living next door, that kind of probably triggering more than anything because you're right there, the space. Maybe that's it. Maybe he needs a bit more distance. Maybe that's what the travel thing is. Can connect better with more distance. Sounds strange, but not when you think of that independent factor. How interesting. So, that's where they're at the moment, Michelle. Deborah, is he feeling more determined to contact now his birthday's over and he didn't hear from you? Is he feeling more determined to contact now? Is he? No. Feeling about the same. Tell us. No, hooked into his intuition more than anything else. It's not reacting on a muggle level to you not contacting. Getting more in tune with his intuition, kind of knowing that everything's going to be okay. Yours is having a spiritual awakening. I think many of them are at the moment. Yeah, tapping into his intuition more and, yeah, perhaps meditating, being out in nature, meditating kind of thing. People do it in their own ways, right? For all kinds of reasons too. But like I said before, like if you're stressed and you're doing those things that are good for you, it's also going to connect you in the spirit, right? More in tune with yourself. So I'm going to get some message cards out for you as well. Deborah, message cards from a person. You make me want to be a better person. This keeps on coming out, right? For divine masculines. Of course, because the Empress, she gets to herself to a point, she knows what she deserves, and she's got the bar set there, and they feel it. They feel it, and they want to get over that bar, and so they've got to change their ways, right? Please be patient with me, though. They are feeling like they're a little bit, a bit of a way off getting over that pole, filled with regret. Wish they'd have done things differently. Interesting. Spiritual awakening, when you start feeling bad about the things that you've done in the past and things that you did and you were just like, no, that I made that decision and that was cool and that was just good and that was me and I did the right thing for me. And then you go through a spiritual awakening, it's like, maybe that wasn't the best thing to do. So there's regrets there. Silent treatment. Not speaking it out yet until they've got themselves to a comfortable place in themselves. So a spiritual awakening, people don't speak out about that stuff, not for a while, not until they've really settled into it. So no, got plenty going on, and your lack of communication on his birthday didn't make a difference. Which is good, because you don't want them to react in a muggle kind of way, right? We don't want to be manipulating in a muggle kind of a way either. We don't want to be in toxic masculine, toxic feminine in these connections, right? So there you go. If anyone else wants a mini read, get your donations in. What we're doing. Well, let's get back onto the collective again. You're welcome. And your mini reads can be about anything. It doesn't have to be about twin flames, but that's kind of what we're doing here now these days, I guess. Till it changes, till I'm told something else. Let's get into this shame that I was picking up on, please, guys. 7 of Water. Card of Justice. The 7 of Water. 7 of Water is a time of accounting. It's time to consider accounting. That's what I was meaning by spiritual awakening, and then You suddenly change your mind about how right you were about decisions in the past. It's that kind of accounting, self-accounting. A time of accounting, it's time to consider our actions and measure them against our beliefs. Someone's not being authentic here. It's the divine masculine. Someone's not being authentic. Perhaps a bit in the divine feminine too. We should be living according to what we claim to be right. Before acting, we ask ourselves, is this the action of the person I wish to be? Someone's looking at themselves here. They're taking a long, hard look at themselves in the mirror, like your parents told you to, and observing their own behavior and going, no, that's not in line with me, who I really am, that's coming through in the spiritual awakening now. That's not really me. So they're in habitual patterns, doing things that they do, and now taking a look at themselves going, I'm not cool. I'm not cool. I'm not living authentically. I'm not. The things that I'm doing, the people that I'm with, the things that I'm saying, who I'm being, it's not authentic to who I know that I truly am, and it's not authentic to the person that I see myself as being with the Empress either. Hence, it's a shame. So this old dude comes out, Uranus, shaking things up, as he does. Is this 6? No, it's not Uranus. It's Saturn. Ooh. Saturn's reputation is less favourable than the others. It's for challenges, restrictions, hard work. It rules ambitions, goals, careers, achievement, long-term plans. I'm getting like, you can't have it. This is why you can't have nice things, says Saturn to the divine masculine. He does something or he says something and then he feels this shame. It's like, that's not the person who's going to be with the divine feminine. And Saturn says inside of him, that's why you can't have nice things. That's why you can't have the divine feminine. These things need to be hard won. He needs to do the inner work and then change his behavior on the outside, right? He's in the process of it. Our journey toward realizing our ambitions is filled with serious choices, including how we deal with authority figures and obstacles, how we deal with everyone, how we're being in ourselves, right? So the divine masculine has to determine now how he's going to behave in the world and how he's going to act in the world to this person that he's becoming now. Confronting structures and restrictions, determining how we face them, overcome them, and work within them. It's like, so I'm changing into the divine masculine now. Who am I? Who should I be? Who's true to me being around my family now? And who's true to me being around my work colleagues now? And because they haven't been being true to the true selves, the higher self, you know. Lessons are taught and learned or repeated. This is serious. 6 of Fire brings us conservative, serious energy. Situations must be reviewed and analysed and decisions made with calculating precision. That's why there's the shame. The divine masculine is being shown at the moment why he can't have nice things. And so he finds himself in a situation with normal behaviour, repeated behaviour, and then he's got this sudden awareness of it, like, oh, that's not who I want to be. A sudden shame about it. Much can be won, but not without a cost. Now, what happens when you're in that situation after a spiritual awakening, or while you're going through a spiritual awakening, is then you're worried if you change your behavior, people are going to think you're weird. People are going to think that you're judging them on what you used to do. They'll turn back, and when you do make those changes, they turn back around at you and saying, "Oh, you're too good for us now," or "No, you're not like that really. You would do the same thing really," when they're doing that behavior too, and you decide not to do it anymore, right? And so there's a lot of challenges. I'm going through a lot of challenges right now, and there's a lot of shame involved as well. But yeah, acutely aware of why they can't approach the divine feminine at the moment because they're ashamed of themselves. They've got a lot of changing to do first and transforming. Elemental of air, she's throwing the books. Throwing the books at him. The knowledge. Perhaps divine feminine getting a little bit, or a lot, annoyed. The element of air blows a bit of fresh insight into a situation. There's a potential for it to help cut to the chase and resolve things or add layers of complication too. So getting fresh insight, and yeah, it's that energy of this is why you can't have nice things, and he's realizing it now. Hi, Timothy. I've got no decent contact in mind, but it's contact, but this very much speaks to what's going on with mine at the moment. Yesterday on my walk, I stopped to buy some water, and I hadn't noticed, but he was outside on the other side of the road, but he was with his pack of dogs, guys that he works with. I felt the energy being bad. I had a visor on to keep the sun off my face. When I came out, I kind of tilted my head down and then walked around the corner with my bottle of water. And then they all started yelling. But you see, they don't know my name, and he does. And they always asked him what my name was, and he told them something else, because they all started calling out another name, including his voice. He was calling out this name too. And I knew they were calling out to me, but they got my name wrong, and he got my name wrong. And yes, he should be ashamed. I get it. He's kind of protected me from them, because they were behaving like catcalling pack of dogs. But he was doing it at the same time, and that's not okay. He should have broken free at that point and gone like, this is not okay. It's not okay to disrespect me. Kind of good that he didn't tell them my name, so he was kind of pretending that he wasn't doing it too, but he was. They were calling out to me. So I'm not impressed. With that kind of communication going on, that's not a good thing, hey? Four of Earth. The Four of Earth. What's this? Can't remember. Stones and crystals. The Four of Earth is power, resources, energy that have been collected and stored, put in a safe place until needed. This is a time to store, to save, to conserve, to keep your energy back, hold your energy back. I don't think you need to tell the Divine Masculine anything at the moment. I think he's got the shame thing going on inside himself. He knows. He's getting it direct from the universe and through it within himself, and that's what he needs, right? It's taking a long, hard look at himself. Then we've got the Wheel of the Year. The Wheel of Fortune comes out again saying, but things are changing. Things are moving now. Things are changing. Hey, Sandy, check out that pinned comment, the comment that's pinned up top of the live chat. Tells you how to get a mini read. The Wheel of the Year, things are changing now. There is movement happening, and it's good because it's coming from the core of him. He's known that he needs to level up. And it's not easy, is it? It's not easy because you have to break away from the old stuff. Family especially, I'm getting, for a lot of them, it's about being their true selves. Family and old friends, that kind of thing, where when you level up and their reaction to that, it's not good. Chicken wants to go out. We've got the Magician out next. Okay. The Magician. Well, let's read the Wheel of the Year out in case there's some more information in there, because this deck's very different than others. Thank you, Timothy. Yeah, don't forget to hit like on this. Hit like on this video if you're watching. The Wheel of the Year, the Wheel of the Year, the Wheel of the Year. Where are you, Wheel of the Year? Do whatever you want. Check out that pinned comment, Sandy. Tells you how to do it. The Wheel of the Year, here it is. Seasons. Birth, growth, death. Seasons. Thank you, Laura, for your donation. Okay. The story of the god and goddess. The birth of the baby god to his eventual sacrifice and death. Circle is no beginning or end. It's about festivals and stuff and seasons, you know? Oh, it's followed by the magician. Okay. There's lessons, the spirals of lessons. And it's not that the divine masculine, well, it's not that the masculine is, it's going through spirals. It's not that it's not done any work, right? But it's limited. And the divine feminine is up there in her spiritual energy and has got to join her. So this is why the spiritual awakenings. I'm getting that much more strongly now than I have done before. Spiritual awakenings is what's happening right now. Got to take it to the next level. They might be getting into spirituality now. I know I've picked it up in a few of your mini reads, but they may be getting into meditation and tapping into the spiritual side. And you know the disruption that happens in your life when that happens. Spiritual awakenings, they're gnarly. Okay. Cycles, personal rituals, healing imbalances, going with the flow. There's a lot going on. Next logical step, there's change happening, right? But it's spirals. Then we got the magician, the elements. The elements. Where's this card? Here it is. I'm talking to a baby. Here it is. There's no positive or negative energy. Everything is divine. Someone is manifesting something now. They were manifesting it anyway. They thought it was going to be easier. They thought they could do it in a muggle kind of way. They were seeing it from a muggle perspective. But as they have tried to level up to be a better person, then comes a spiritual awakening, which makes them realize how far behind they are. But really, they're not that far behind. They're actually closer than they think, you know? There's a lot of self-judgment going on here. Hey, Lara. Join the Facebook group. Yeah, do that. If anyone isn't in there. Ta-da, there it is. There's a link to it. Okay. This card, this magician card, shows all the elements, right? So the magician card is about manifesting with all of your resources. But there's also human hands in this, it says. The gifts are in our hands, is what this is saying. Or in the divine masculine's hands. In all of our hands. You dealt these, your love, you dealt your passion, your motivation, you dealt your resources, material resources, your stability and all of that, and you dealt your thoughts, right? But it's what you do with them. What you do with them that makes a difference. There's just as things can't all be done in the spiritual, neither can all things be done in the tangible, the logical, you know? Just with your hands, right? Divine masculine is going from having spirituality there and logical life here to marrying them together and to living it. The divine masculine is being called to live his authenticity, and he's learning that he needs to not just be a logical creature and then have spirituality as a nice thing to do on Sundays, you know, or whatever. Like that cycles, the wheel of the year, not just on the celebrations when you go to the temple or the church or whatever and you do that thing. It's about actually living it. So it's getting a lot of insights at the moment. What else? Maiden of fire. Maidens. What's she doing? She's nurturing that fire, I think. Something like that. She lights a single candle. It's the first spark of inspiration. So divine feminine is inspiring divine masculine to do it. Yeah, we know. So you're causing hell in divine masculine's life by holding your energy. Just by holding your energy, just by being you. You see, the divine masculine knows that he can't approach this divine feminine in a muggle kind of a way, not the way that he's approached anyone else, and they can't do it. And he is learning what he's got to do to be able to approach the divine feminine. It's more. It's more. More than he thought it would be, you know? Like, before we probably would have thought, oh, I need to raise my game. I need to be earning more money, or I need to, like, have more respect from people. You know, very just logical stuff. But as he's followed this line, he's realizing now he's got to have, like, a whole turn your life upside down spiritual awakening, be his authentic self, piss everyone off that's around him, his family, and face up to all of that. Is big. It's big. I wonder if this is why Gennaro came into my mind last night, because he was going through a spiritual awakening. I saw him maybe about a year after we broke up. He looked like a completely different person, and he always had a light in his eyes. He was a really, really nice guy. Well, not just nice, but yeah, I really liked him. And yeah, I could see him differently spiritually. As any as he had changed. I definitely had an impact on his life, I know that. Initiation. It's the call. It's the judgment card, the call of the universe. The universe is pushing him into this. The divine feminine is helping just by being herself and having that bar set. Like, don't come at me with anything less. The initiation. Look at this. Divine masculine, divine feminine are called. Come on. It's time, but it's not time yet, is it? Because it's obviously not ready. This is not ready energy. For sure. Initiation, where are you? Maybe I should, like, tear this book to pieces and put it in the right order so I can actually use that. Scan it in. Make it better. Someone must have done that, because it's just the most annoying book ever. Can't be the only one. La 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 la. Can't find it. Can't find it. It was toward the end. There it is. Everyone walks their own path, and everyone hears their spiritual call in their own way. For the witch, once she hears the call of the divine, of the goddess, and of the god, she commits herself to honouring them. It's like the old chants that medieval monks sang with a call and a response. This card is about this relationship, this agreement. It's his time now. He's getting the call, spiritual awakening call. We're all called to a specific line. He might have been trying to avoid it. Might have just been trying to level up in that muggle kind of a way, because that's what the reading's been saying. I need more money, and just that kind of stuff, right? Very logical stuff, but not the spiritual. Called to a specific life, and we promise to live our beliefs as best we can. Mostly we promise to stay in right relationship with the divine and with ourselves, so we can hear the needs and guidance of our deities with the same clarity with which we heard our original call, so that we can answer with the same passionate intensity. Spiritual calling, living with a higher purpose. Leaving an old way of living. There it is. Leaving an old way of living. being called to do that now. It's not all on you. It's not just you holding him to that divine feminines. The universe that giving him. It's not. Yeah, it's not just you. They're giving him. Well, it's what happens with a spiritual awakening. You get to see it all. You get to see it all clearly. And there's that shame when it's like when you realize, I've been living a lie. I'm not being my true self, and all of that stuff. The elemental of fire. There's a lot of energy here with the elementals coming out. The elementals to me is when the universe is pouring on that energy, you know, like, let's make it fiery, let's make it passionate. The element of fire brings an influx of fiery energy to the situation. It's there for you to use if you can, or to counterbalance if need be. Oh, so it's getting angry. It's getting angry with the people around him. That's why the Knight of Candles here, because I was getting that energy from this. Got to wait. Can't come in with that love because he's angry right now. So it's at the point where he's feeling ashamed of himself, but he's angry about people around him as if it's their fault that he was doing the same as them before. It's he is deciding to change his ways and getting angry with people around him that are doing those old ways that he did. In other words, he's angry at himself. He's not really angry at them, he's angry at himself that he was doing those things and perhaps still is doing those things too. So, okay. Miserable ladies, tell us more. Thank you, Lisa. Today I'm wearing Urban Decay Ultraviolet palette. I really like it. I didn't use my Urban Decay palettes for ages, and just lately I have been. They're not like the great. I've got a lot of really good quality palettes now, and they're not the best quality, but some of the colours are pretty cool. The Wheel of Fortune again. How many Wheel of Fortunes can we get out? Have we got them out of every deck? No, we didn't get it out of this deck. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, been in the middle. Now it's at the start. The Wheel of Fortune again. Things are changing. The Wheel of Fortune in this deck. What number are you? 10. Is the wheel knows that she's continually in motion. The eternal expression of her experience is always changing. So if Divine Feminines, if you think that nothing is changing, it is. Like fundamentally changing right now. This is the change that needed to happen. At the center in the depths of her heart, she finds enough stability not to be upset or alarmed by the natural changes in life. Don't be annoyed at him. Don't be upset with him. This is a natural cycle. They have to go through this. Spiritual awakening, yes. It's going to be a mess while he's going through it. Nothing is happening soon, I'm telling you. Nothing is happening soon. That was all carrots, apparently. Especially, like, the energy updates have been carrots, carrots, carrots. He's moving slowly through it, of course. Knight of Pentacles. He's getting there, though. But if you look back to your own spiritual awakenings, we had a long time to do it. Are you watching another reading, Sandy? Your comments seem to be nothing to do with my reading at all. So Knight of Pentacles, it's taking it real slow. The stars. Reaching for the stars. It's important the Divine Feminine holds her energy right now. Doesn't cave into those lower impulses of being pissed off with him. Oh, everyone else is going to be pissed off with him, but you know where he's headed as he's going through this. Recognize his messiness right now as a spiritual awakening, Divine Feminines. Stars. Stars. The star is like pushing the reset button. It helps you feel clean, refreshed, and renewed. Cynicism and pessimism fall away, and you can look at the world through new eyes, expecting good things. It's a time of renewal and cleansing. Big. It's big. So perhaps we should feel compassion for divine masculine and all the crap it's going through right now. It's shaking his world up. Big time. We started off with the feminine. This line is all about feminine energy. Watch the replay and go back to the start. We started with the feminine energy. The Empress came out first. What else? But then the shame of the divine masculine came out, so I wanted to get into that and what that's all about. It makes it easier for the divine feminine once we know what's going on with the divine masculine, because she is in tune, and it's hard to see him going through all this shit. The world. Completion of cycles, starts of new cycles, and strength. Going the distance. This strength is all about going the distance, persevering. Hold on in there, divine feminines. The world. You know, this deck is different, so I'm going to read it out. The world. The world is much like the Fool, but with one important difference. She knows what she can do and what she should do. While she trusts in the divine and in her intuition, she's more of an active partner with the universe, helping co-create reality. So, okay, that's why, that's why this is not yet a manifestor, is not yet like co-creating with the universe, is not yet up there yet with that. It's going to be. And these changes that it's going through right now, it's a metamorphosis. Divine masculine is in metamorphosis right now, and it is hard. It's hard on him. He's got to persevere. And divine feminines, you've got to persevere with this too, because as you're on the sidelines watching this could be very disappointing. It's not disappointing though. It's actually getting him to where he needs to be. Strength knows her potential is vast. She knows she actually cannot comprehend the extent of her own ability, but she also realizes all of the divine potential that's encased in a human body. And so strength knows when to push and when to ease back. Testing of limits is necessary, but it's during rest that strength is achieved. Interesting. He has no idea. Divine masculine has no idea how powerful he is, because he's not been called to truly be himself. He hasn't needed to. Society's been like, you're all right, you do whatever you want, man. Just do whatever you want. You don't need to level up or anything. Women have had it really hard and they've had to level up, right? So we got called to it earlier. Now he's like, oh, but I want to be with this divine feminine. Universe is like, not a chance, mate. You need to level up. And yeah, that call has been made and he's persevering with it. I'm getting from this as well that it's not just the divine feminine. There's other things coming up in this divine masculine's life to show him that he's got all of this potential, these things. We've had that message out from him as well, that he doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't know what he wants to do. He doesn't know what he wants to be and all of that. And it's because he's been so far disconnected from himself. He's been in his logical, just in his muggle self, and it's been okay. He's been winning enough in life because we're in this masculine paradigm that he hasn't needed to. So now it's like facing it, and a lot is coming up. As soon as you open that Pandora's box, the universe shows you, oh, you really want to know how to manifest these things to impress the feminine, do you? Well, this is what it's all about. And it's like, damn, I just wanted to know how to do magic. Didn't realize I had to be an authentic person and go through a spiritual awakening and work with the universe and deal with my shit. 10 of Wands. I put burdens down. I put burdens down too. And leave behind stuff that isn't me anymore. That's what he's going through right now in a much bigger way. This isn't about like leaving a relationship or leaving a job or anything on that muggle level. This is much bigger than that. This is like leaving behind who he was. The burden of like fitting in with family, old friends is what I'm getting. It's easy to assume what success looks like. Our expectations, see that success, that's the energy that I'm getting from him, that is like, I just want to know how to manifest stuff. Yeah? I just want to know how to be successful so that I can so I can be at the level of the divine feminine. Universe is like, be careful what you ask for, divine masculine, because this is how she does it. She's done all this shitty work on herself. She's faced this, she's changed it, she's walked away. She's put those burdens down. It's easy to assume what success looks like. Our expectations shape so many of our actions. There are times when we'll have a lot to carry and simply must do it. But sometimes we should ask the question, do I really need to carry all this right now, just to make sure? Many burdens, but the burden of people pleasing, the burden of being someone to please other people instead of being your true self. Divine masculine. It's nothing that divine feminine hasn't been through. But you need to recognize this, divine feminine, because then you can be compassionate toward them and instead of going, come on, like thinking that they're already there. They're not the divine masculine yet. They're not even there yet. And then the Knave of Swords. The Knave of Swords. The Knave. Knave of Swords is the Page of Swords. Experimenting with ideas, thought systems, and philosophies. It's got a lot on his plate at the moment. I'm telling you, it's delving into spirituality. It's delving into spirituality right now. Anyone else want a mini read? So flex my guns. Let's do you, Lara. Thanks for your donation. Lara! What did your higher self say about your interaction at work today? Oh, what went on? Lara, your interaction at work today. I'm going to get some message cards out from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine soon. And then I'm going to get some message cards out from Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. So stick around for that. What happened at work? Oh, you stood up for yourself and your ideas and what you wanted to do. Okay. Yeah, it's very good. Very good. Standing up for yourself, owning your idea. Very healing for you to do that. Did it make you feel nervous when you did it? Good for you to do that. Good on you. Very healing. When we realize that we can stand up for ourselves and it's not an act of aggression. And we don't need to be scared, and the world didn't fall apart, and they didn't hate us for it. It's very freeing. Initiate and write. You need to write something down about it to start it off. Put it in paper. So if it was like an ultimatum or something like that, you need to put it in written words. A letter to the boss or something like that. What went on? Make it official. Put it in words. Memo. Write a memo about it or something like that. Does that make sense for your situation? Lara? But good for you. What you did was good. What you said. Standing up for yourself. Very good. Okay. Let's get some messages out. Let's see what the Divine Masculine wants to say to the Divine Feminine first. Divine Masculine, what do you want to say? Collective. I'll be doing a pick a card read today. Second job you've been debating leaving. See if I told you what you're doing wrong. I will be doing a deeper dive read today, which will be out later, and it's going to be, let's see, how they feel about you. How do they feel about you? That's the one that's going to be out later. Check that out on my YouTube channel later. Yes, but that's what it's saying. Initiate it through writing, so do it. Lara, you're right. Yes, do it. Put it in writing. Clear message to the universe when you do stuff like that as well, right? Good for you. Very healing for you doing that too. My masculine says, you are the love of my life. Ignited his heart. You've ignited his level up as well. This is big to him. This is not just you make me feel nice and I like the way that you look and I like kissing you and stuff like that. This is like, I like what you're doing to me. I don't like what I'm going through, but I like what you're doing to me. You're the love of my life. First person that's seen who he really is. Not that he was even being that as well. So there's a bit of this falling in love with the potential of him. Going on with the divine feminine, and that's scary, isn't it? That is scary. Just like I said in the energy update today, it's like you're out of their league. We've got to listen to that sometimes, because how many relationships have we been in like that when we're out of their league, but we go with it and we diminish ourselves and we're like, no, you're okay, and they're not. They haven't leveled up. This time it's like, no, I'm out of their league, but I'm the empress. I've set that bar high. They can't come in with anything less than that. So it's like, yeah, I want them, but I want them leveled up. And I'm just going to sit here and wait until they've leveled up. And they feel it. The love of my life for many different reasons. And I can see myself with you in the future. They don't think they're ready yet. They don't think they're ready. And they're not. They're not yet. They're not ready yet. Anything else? I knew it. You want me. You make me want to be a better person. I will find my way back to you. And they're reminiscing right now. Reminiscing, not about you. Reminiscing on their lives, on who they've been, how they've been doing things. What else does he want to say? Divine masculines to the divine feminines. What else? I'm battling inner demons. Recognizing the darkness inside of him. Oh, they're going through a lot right now. You're spending a lot of time alone at the moment, or wanting to distance themselves from friends and family and stuff as they go through this change. Trying to figure it out within themselves first before they actually kind of act on that. I feel lost without you. They'd rather have you by their side to do this. They'd rather just jump into it, and you know what? They can't. Divine feminine won't have it. Don't let them. I don't think they will. They think it's going to be easier with the divine feminine by the side, but it wouldn't be, because you're going to hold them to it. There is this calling, though, of the divine feminine to the divine masculine. He's finding his way through his focus on the divine feminine. And it's not focused on the divine feminine like I want to be with the divine feminine. It's kind of a bit like that, but it's more the energy of the divine feminine calling the divine masculine to be that too. So divine feminine living in authenticity is calling him to do the same. And if he's not focused on the divine feminine, he feels lost. He feels lost in the world. So this initiation, where he's called forth to level up, is coming directly from the divine feminine's energy. Trust him. I want a new beginning with you. I think there's nothing more than this masculine would like to do than to run away. Than to run away with the divine feminine and be this new person without having to face the old people around him. Right? But he can't. Well, he could, but then, you know what happens. You just find it in the new place. You find those same people in the new place. You have to deal with who you've been in the past, because it's still going to be there. Oh no, I'm having a hot flash. No. Oh, I turned the fan off. I've got to be freezing cold. Oh, that's the first one for a long time, and it's not that bad. In fact, it's not that bad. It's a little bit of a trigger there. Hate it. I don't like being cold. Body's not happy unless it's cold right now. Feels uncomfortable having my toes and my fingers cold. They're cold. I like being warm. Body can't handle being warm. Anyway, they're battling their inner demons, feel lost without you, they want a new beginning with you. You say, yeah, they'd like to run away with you, but they can't. They can't. But they could, but it wouldn't be good for them. You're the first person to make me feel this way. You're the first person that has made them level up, and it's just because of the connection, you know. It's just because of the twin flame connection. It's not like previous partners did them wrong by not expecting more of them, kind of thing. The twin flame connection is very different. Very different for us too, right? Doing things differently than we've ever done it before with this person. I think that goes both ways. First person to make me feel this way. I wish I could fix things between us. Doesn't like the rift at the moment. What about the divine feminine to the divine masculine? What does she want to say? Divine feminine to divine masculine. This is the end. Da da da. Ultimatum. This is hardcore, hardcore energy. This is this. She's got strong boundaries, that one, that Queen of Swords. She's like, you ain't doing that with me, mate. This is the end of what? The end of behavior, the end of like me putting up with this stuff. This is, she's like, whew, my boundaries are getting strong right now. Not necessarily the end of the relationship. Even if you're thinking that at the moment, you know it's going to come back around again because it always does, the twin flame relationship. Right? But she's like, ugh. What else does she want to say? I gave into temptation. What did you do? I didn't. Did you? Is that you? It's not me. Gave into temptation. No. A couple of weeks ago, yes, triggered by him. I drank alcohol in a negative way, and it's been a very long time since I've done that. But I was triggered, and I wanted to get drunk, like not like for celebrations. I was like, ugh. And I gave into temptation. I did that, and I saw a friend of mine and said, that Saturday night wasn't good for me. So thanks for taking care of me. She said, don't worry about it. So no, I drank because I wasn't feeling good, and I don't usually do that anymore. She's like, don't worry about it, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. But anyway, maybe you've done something like that. Backtracked a little bit. I check on you from afar. So she's watching the divine masculine directly. Not taking that. You did cord cutting. I've been doing cord cuttings. Has everyone else been doing cord cuttings lately? I've been doing exactly the same thing, Julia. We need to do that at the moment. And remember, cord cutting is getting rid of the emotional cord, the emotional attachment cord, which is always a good thing to do. You can't sever the connection between anyone. We're all one. But what you can do is sever the connection of the tugging on the heartstrings and all of that, you know. I would recommend everyone to do that. And it's just as simple as going into meditation and saying, hey, Archangel Michael, do it for me. He's got his big sword, right? He does it. He does it like that. You just tell him. And he does it. I would recommend everyone do that at the moment, because these are hard energies to go through if we're emotionally attached, right? When someone's going through these energies, good call, Delia, good call. No, Dahlia, good call. Yay, I remembered how to say your name. What else does she want to say? You're the person of my dreams. Now start being that person. And I love you. There you go. Divine feminines love the divine masculines. There's an unconditional love here, which, after being codependent and being in terrible relationships, narcissistic relationships, we wish we weren't, right? We wish we weren't so unconditional loving. But we are with this one. And we're not in danger from this one, but we're in danger of being disappointed, of just being in this disappointment with them at the moment. They're disappointed with themselves right now. But this is not someone that's going to harm you, you know? It's not. I remember. Oh, yeah. I'm ashamed of how I treated you. Are you? Divine feminine to divine masculine. Oh, so she's got some shame too. Am I? How have I treated him? What happened with Archangel Michael? You inspire me in so many ways. So the divine masculine is inspiring divine feminine in so many ways. It's relationship-wise. So he's the first one to inspire her to hold out for it exactly as she wants it. A relationship. It's the first one that she's thought, I can actually have this idea of a positive, loving relationship and receiving at last. Being loved properly at last. He's inspiring her with that. He's already shown signs of it, right? The unconditional love it is. But remember, it's not your responsibility he's leveling up, right? He's got to do that himself. So if you're ashamed of how you treated him, don't be. Of course, look to anything, you know, learn from your mistakes. Look to anything that you've done. But as for shame of how you treated him, there's nothing the divine feminine can do to make this happen. This is the divine masculine's manifestation. So it's not how you're treating him, what you're saying, or, you know, that's making him come forward or not. It's not. He's got to go through this process, right? You're very confused, caused him to be confused with your mixed messages. Yeah, mixed messages. Yeah, you got me there, Maria. I've been doing the same thing too. Mixed messages, because we're feeling, right? Too, and responding to how we're feeling. So yeah, it comes out as mixed messages. Sometimes I'm pissed off with him like I am now. A lot lately, in fact. A lot. We're just going to have to wear it. I wish I could turn back the clock and do things over. Divine Feminine wants to turn back the clock and do things over. I don't think there's anything you could have changed there. I think it's happening perfectly. You know that message we got ages ago saying, you're going to be so glad that it's taken so long. Once it happens, you're going to be so glad that it's taken so long. It's because you're going to get a completely different person than the person that even they are right now. And certainly different than the person that they were before. The last poem you wrote tonight was called Shame. Such an age gap. I'd snap at mine as well. But he likes that. He likes my feistiness. No, I've had it before. I've had the feistiness before, and I've had my feistiness loved too. I'm mostly Aries, so they've got to. Yeah, they've got to do that. So, but there's something about this relationship which is, it doesn't matter. You can be pissed off with them, and you can snap at them, you can do all of that. It doesn't matter. Because the unconditional love is there anyway. Bringing all kinds of things out of each other through all of this. And you've got to remember to respond correctly to your emotions too, because you're giving them feedback. No, not pushing this down and putting a smile on your face. It doesn't help them. It doesn't. So respond correctly with your emotions, authentically. Remember, this is something that is inspiring the Divine Masculine at the moment, is the Divine Feminine's authenticity. And part of that is being true to your emotions. So snapping at them when you pissed you off. Destined connection. Like I said, this is not the Divine Feminine's manifestation. This is not like, oh, they've not come in because you're doing it wrong and you've not been nice enough to them or you've not loved them right, Divine Feminine. It's not that at all. Don't be listening to Law of Attraction stuff at the moment, because that will send you fruit loopy. That's when the shame will really kick in, like you're doing it wrong. Law of Attraction. Oh, it's all in you. If you had just got your energy right, then they would be by your side and loving you properly. It's all your fault. Well, it's not. It's not. Someone else's behavior is not our fault. Never is. This is a destined connection. She knows it. You're my destiny. I'm done playing games, though. She is done with playing games. So, yeah, this energy is coming through big time for Divine Feminine at the moment. Frosty, do not play games with me. I will chop your head off. I'll always chop your head off because I need you for later. But, because you're destined for me. But, yeah, I will not put up with stuff that makes me feel bad anymore. I've done it too many times, Divine Masculine. I've been in shitty relationships. I've put up with all kinds of crap from people in relationships, and I'm not wanting to do it anymore. That's it, Barbara. It doesn't help if life isn't improved by another's presence. Like, bring me something good or get out, because I'm not willing to settle for anything else at the moment. It's like, I want you, but I want you being who you know you truly are, because I know who you truly are. I can feel it. Wow. It's a bit powerful, isn't it? The energies right now. Yeah. Expect to be triggered right now. Didn't tell you had a partner for months. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've got. Your mirrors, you're literally mirrors with the numbers. That's what I've got. So, whole boatload of shame going around at the moment. Fiery passion, cut this bullshit out energy from the Divine Feminine. Spiritual awakening for the Divine Masculine. His heart's crying out to the wind right now. Mine is Scorpio and I'm Taurus. With that, we've got that mirror stuff going on too. I'm not sure about the rest of his chart. Can't remember. I did, of course, a while ago, check out his chart. Not that I know his birth time. So that's what we have today. Thanks everyone for coming along. Was there any more? No more minis. Just when we thought we were close, I know, and then we realised, oh God. But the thing is, it's still close. It's still close. How is that? It is still close because when you realise that, when you think you're ready for something, but you only think you're ready for something because you're so naive and you haven't a clue, and then you realise what you don't know. Not realising of what you don't know is when you feel further away from it than ever. It's like, oh God, I'm nowhere near ready for this. That's where the Divine Masculine is right now. But that's when he's actually closer. That's when you're closer than you were before. The false confidence isn't close. The I don't know how I'm going to do this is actually closer. Why? Because that's when you're connected with your source more, and it takes you there. He's more flexible now, more pliable, more tuned in. You're both Scorpios. He's Sun, you're rising. I don't have Scorpio in my chart. I've got a whole lot of Aries, a boatload of Aries, and Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. I'm not happy about the Aquarius in my chart, just because I've had problems with Aquarians. There you go. Okay, that's what we've got today. Let's hope he hurries up, yeah, with his spiritual awakening. So, Divine Feminine is what to do right now. Well, just keep on being true to yourself and being true to those emotions and holding them to it. Give him hell. Give him hell. And don't forget to also be doing that stuff too. Getting in tune and all that kind of stuff. Good time to meditate. Not to push it down though. Yeah, 4 placements in Scorpio, Sun. Capricorn, I've got Capricorn in my chart as well. Rising Taurus. Taurus Moon, Capricorn Rising, Taurus Moon. Yeah, have a good week. Let's do this all over again in 2 days' time and see what the hell is going on in 2 days' time. See how many fights we can have until this afternoon. My ex is back on the island as well. The business partner one has given up on the island next door, has quit. And so he's back. I don't know how long he's sticking around for. He has got another gym on the mainland as well. So he was not going to be here the whole time, but I think he's going to be here a whole lot more now. So we'll see if something business-wise starts off with the gym, stadium stuff. Yeah. Have a good one, everyone. I'll see you back here in 2 days' time, Wednesday, probably your Tuesday night. Bye. Thanks for your donations as well, guys. Don't forget to click like on this video before you leave.